What up, y'all? What up, y'all? This is your boy Malik Soares. This is the brand. I wanted to talk about this, man. I feel like people forget about this. They really do. And people are not spiritual, so they forget about this. If you hear that, it's the rain in the back. I'm in the whip, or the car. People forget. People forget their actions affect their children down the line. Whatever actions you're doing, it affects your children down the line. It affects your seed after you. You feel me? It affects it, bro. Whether it's blessed or cursed, it affects your children. It affects your seed, man. For real, man. Like a person could be walking with God, right? They could be walking with God, right? And this person could be, let's say this person's obeying God. They trying their best to obey God. They trying their best to listen to God, have a relationship with God, and everything. They just trying their best to obey to the best of their ability, right? They doing God's will. They trying to reach people, right? They have a real relationship with God. They're not pagan. God sees that. And your actions is going to affect your seed, bro. It's going to affect it. You feel me? For the real follower of God who's doing what I just said, their actions is going to affect their seed. If they doing blessed actions, their blessings is going to carry to their seed, bro. For real. Now, let's say the follower of God, right, it's starting to mess up. They not obeying God like they used to. They don't have a real relationship with God like they used to. They not praying. They not reading the word. Nothing. They just slowly falling off, swaying by the wayside. They just done, man. They don't have the fire like they used to, right? They just falling off. Cause eventually, right? They action, it's going to affect their seed, bruh. If they start doing that, what did the Bible say in Deuteronomy chapter 28? If you don't carefully obey your Lord and do everything He's telling you to do, you're going to be cursed. And look, they stop, like I said, they stop doing everything that is godly, right? They just slowly fall by the wayside. They are cursed, right? And the curse is gonna fall. The curse is gonna fall right on their children. If they have children, it's gonna fall right on their children, man. And their children is gonna, them children is gonna deal with the consequences of their father or their mother. You feel me? But I feel like people forget about this stuff, man. Cause when you look at it, right? Let's look at David, right? When David committed murder, when David committed those crazy acts of, unaliving somebody and adultery, he set himself up to deal with the curses that God placed on his household. Because it says in one of the scriptures, the sword shall never depart from your house. And he was talking to David. And the curse was so heavy on David's house, his own son got in the bed with his daughter and did crazy stuff. It's in the word. It's in there. I just don't know their names, but it's in there. You feel me? Cause you gotta look at it like this. David did the adultery and he unalived somebody. That just set him up for his seed to be to deal with the curses. And he said it. God said the sword shall never depart from your house. And his own son, David's own son, got in the bed with his daughter and did, enforced her. You feel me? You feel me? That's the curses, man. See, when you don't carefully obey the God of Israel and listen and try your best, you feel me? And you just want to do your own thing, you're rebellious, you're going to deal with them curses, man. And them curses going to fall on your children. You feel me? Them curses going to fall on your children. I've seen so many people who come in the kingdom and they just stay in the kingdom for a little while and then they fall off, man. Them curses going to fall on them children, bro. It's going to fall on them children. Them children's going to deal with them curses. It's real, bro. This stuff real, man. It's spiritual, man. You feel me? It's spiritual. Like, if I, let's say, If a person, like I said, right? If a person is carefully obeying God, having a real relationship with God, doing His will and everything like that, they good, bro. They see it's gonna be blessed after them, man. They wouldn't have to deal with cursed children. They see it's gonna be blessed after them, bro. They see it's gonna be blessed. You know, the person's obeying God. The person is doing God's will. They have a real relationship with God. They reading His word. They studying. They worshiping. They spending time with God. Oh yeah, they good. They straight. They see it's gonna be blessed. They see it's gonna be great. But when you stop doing all of those things I just said, you'll see it gonna be cursed, man. You'll see it gonna have to deal with that. You feel me? That's why I feel like parents, chosen parents, or just parents in general, forget about this stuff. Because they let the world get into their brain and they forget that the spiritual stuff exists, bro. This stuff real, man. They forget their actions is going to affect they seed, man. Whatever action it is, blessed or cursed, your actions going to affect your seed, bro. If your actions is blessed, it's going to affect your seed and your seed going to be blessed. If your actions cursed, get ready for your seeds to be cursed, man. It's just your actions, man. It's fair, bro. The Bible says people gotta reap. The Bible says you reap what you sow, man. So people, if you sow blessings, if you sow blessed actions, you're gonna reap the blessed actions. If you sow cursed actions, you're gonna reap the cursed actions, bro. It's biblical truth. It's spiritual truth. So people forget about this, man. This stuff real, man. This stuff real. This stuff so real, man. You know, this is why I try my best to obey God. I try my best to worship Him. I try my best to read His word. I'm on Isaiah right now. Isaiah chapter, I think 20 something, almost 30. I'm on that right now. I try my best to spend time with the Lord, read His word, listen to worship music, you feel me? Pray, fast and pray. Do His will, obey Him. You feel me? I try, man. Like, I might make mistakes here and there, but I still try. God sees my heart. You know, and for the people that are like me, we trying, man. God sees our heart. God sees our heart, man. For the people that are just like me who's trying, God sees our heart, man. He sees it. And we really trying. You know, we carefully obeying Him. We carefully having a real relationship with Him. We doing all these great things, man. God sees it, bro. God sees it. And guess what? Our blessed actions is going to, if God's calling you to have a child, if God is calling you to have a child, your child going to be blessed because you carefully obeying God. You have a real relationship. You're not pagan. You're not none of that. You trying your best to obey God. That's fire. That's fire, man. You know, we might stumble here and there, but we got to get back up. You know, we all fall short of the glory of God, but we got to get back up. You feel me? You feel me? But yeah, man, like this stuff real, bro. This stuff real, man. This is why I keep trying, man. Like I said, I'm human. I make mistakes, but I want to keep obeying God to the very end, man. Like I said, obeying is not easy. Staying in God's will is not easy. Having a real relationship with God is not easy. Reading, studying, fasting, and praying is not easy. But I'd rather do that than be cursed. You feel me? Like, my heart is really in the kingdom. My heart is really in the kingdom for real. So I'd rather obey God than be in the world, bro. Honestly, bro. And people forget about that, man. Like I said. And this message could go for, godly people, the people of God, and it could go for worldly people, man. Your actions, man. I suggest, if anybody worldly watching this or listen to this, I suggest you start following Jesus, bro. Following Jesus was the best thing I ever done in my entire life. Was the best decision I ever made, bro. For real. I started following the Black Messiah. Raps. I started following the Black Jesus, bro, and doing His will and getting into God's purpose for my life, bro. Best decision I ever made, man. Best decision. You feel me? Best decision. You know, if I never followed God, I'll probably be in the world cursed right now, bro. But I'm happy I'm happy I started following God. I got into his kingdom and tried my best, bro. There was times I fell short. We all fall short. I fell short crazy. But I got back up and had resilience and kept it going. But I'm here to say, man, your actions, blessed or cursed, is going to affect your children. It's going to affect. If you're called to have children, I'm talking to people that is called to have children. Whether your actions is blessed or cursed, it's going to affect your children, man. It's going to. It's the real walk with God. It's real, man. This stuff real, man. That's why I try my best to obey God. Cause it's really hard. I try my best to obey God. If God told me to do something, I gotta get it done. You feel me? I put God's will above anything in my life, man. I put God's will at the top. At the top. I don't put myself before God's will. God's will is at the top of my list. That's what I care about the most. That's where my heart is, for real. I'm not trying to make myself look holier than thou. No, bro. My heart is really in this, bro. I don't got time to lie or front. Cause you got them people out there, right, who would say stuff like that and they'll try to make themselves appear holier than thou. Or, man, freak all that, man. My heart is really in this stuff. I really care about the will of God being done. I care about this stuff so much. I love it. I love it to death, man. I love it to death. I love the will of God, man. Even though it's the hardest thing on earth, I love trying my best to get it done. And I can't do it on my own string, of course, but I love the will of God, man. Excuse me. I love the will of God, bro. But I'm getting back to the message, right? Your actions is going to determine what your seed going to go through. Cause think about it. Back to David. When David committed the adultery and unaliving his loyal worker Uriah, it messed and it cursed his family. You know, it cursed his household. The sword shall never depart from your house. Bro, his own son went onto his daughter, bro. That's curses. And then not only that, when Solomon was born, Solomon started messing up due to the curses that his daddy did. You see? This stuff real, bro. This stuff real, man. Solomon started messing up because of the curses that came from the dad, bro. Because what did God say? The sword shall never depart from your house. Man. Solomon started messing up due to the curses that his dad had, bro. For real, man. You feel me? Like, that stuff is real, bro. That's why I say, bro, your actions is gonna determine if your seed is blessed or cursed, man. Because when you blessed, it don't just fall on you. It's gonna fall on your seed, and it's gonna fall on the family around you, the godly family around you, bro. What did the Bible say in Deuteronomy chapter 28? Blessed you shall be in the city, and blessed you shall be in the field. That means everywhere you go, blessings, bro. Blessings, bro. And that's the result of the actions. You feel me? And then in the same book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, if you reap cursed actions, cursed you shall be in the city, and what? Cursed you shall be in the field. Stuff is real, bro. Stuff is real. So your actions, it's going to affect your generation. If you're called to have a child, or if let's say a blessed person is called to have a child, and then a cursed person is, they have a child anyways. They just rebellious. They just go on their own thing, right? They both sowing different results. The blessed person, the one that is trying their best to listen to the Black Messiah, that's trying their best to have a real relationship with God, that's trying their best to do the will of God and trying to obey God from their heart, right? Their result of their actions is blessings. They see gonna be blessed. Everywhere they go, they gonna be blessed. Same with the cursed person. The cursed person don't want to hear nothing about God. The cursed person don't even want to hear any truth of God. When somebody tries to tell them, they think they know it all. They rebellious. They don't care. Their results, it's curses, man. Cursed they shall be in the city, and cursed they shall be in the field, man. And they descend, and they children, it's gonna be cursed. They children gonna deal with the curses of their parents. That's just spiritual truth, for real, man. But this is your boy Malik. I had to do this message. This message was fire, man. You know, I try my best to obey God, man. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to come across y'all as, nah, bro. I don't got no time for that, bro. I'd rather be honest, man. You know? Yo, I still deal with sin. I still deal with sin, and I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect either. I still deal with sin. I still watch porn. I'm not gonna lie. I still masturbate, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna be real with you. See, I'm honest, bro. But the thing is, with me, I try my best to obey God. And I'm not trying to come across as perfect. I don't care to be perfect, man. That only Jesus, only the real black Messiah, he's perfect. I ain't perfect. I'm human. I deal with sin like everyone else, man. But the difference is, with me, I try my best to obey God. I try my best to continue to do his will. I try my best to have a real relationship with him. I try my best to listen. I try my best to fast and pray. I try my best to read his word and all of that. Most importantly, I try my best to obey him and do his will. Seriously. I ain't perfect. I'm more human. Like y'all, man, I'm human. I deal with stuff on a daily basis. I'm human. I'm not trying to come across as y'all. I'm not trying to come across y'all as holier than thou, man. Freak all that, man. I ain't holy. I ain't holier than nobody, bro. I'm Malik, man. I might be a saint, but I'm Malik, bro. I'm Malik, man. I still deal with sin like most of the people out there, man. It's just, hey, man, it's life. You feel me? But the difference is, I try my best, man. I try to obey God. I try to have a real relationship with him and do his will and fast and pray and do all of this stuff that he called us to do or called me to do. I try my best. Like I said, I might fall short, but I get up. The difference is with me, I got resilience. I get right back up. And I keep on going. I keep on going and doing God's will, man. Because that's what I care about so much. To the top of my list, bro. I love God's will, man. I've been following the kingdom for 12 years, almost 13 years. I love the will, man. It's the love I have in my heart for the kingdom, man. I love the kingdom, man. Even though it's the hardest thing on earth, man, I love the kingdom, man. Because it's like you have to give up so many stuff, but I'd rather do that than live in the world, man. Man, I don't like the world, man. And the world is trash, man. I'd rather follow the kingdom. That's where my heart is at. But this is your boy Malik. Remember, y'all, your actions, blessed or cursed, is going to affect your children. It's going to affect your surroundings. And it's going to affect who's around you, man. It's going to affect. Whether it's blessed or cursed. Man, seriously. But this is your boy Malik, Soaring Stanzas, man. Y'all be cool, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Seriously. And I pray that y'all have, I pray that y'all like me. We in the blessed actions area, not in the cursed one. You feel me? But this is your boy Malik, Soaring Stanzas, man.